So I got another mcsr ranked private room PB, and this one is a little bit shocking because it's only a PB by 1 second. My previous private room PB was a 1455, and this run is a 1454. But it is still pretty different from my last PB run, so let's just go through it. So as you can see, Desert Temple Seed right there with a ruined portal too. So I grab a sand there because I see I'm going to have to jump up one block. Fail to hit the sand clutch, but since the DT is close by to where I spawn, I decide to take the stairs down instead of taking the fall damage. Then I raise my render there as I'm breaking the sandstone, just overlapping some things for later. Then one thing I've started doing recently, as you can see there, is taking a rotten flesh from one of the chests and eating it while I'm waiting for the TNT to blow up. I don't know if that's something good you should be doing, but it's something I've started doing just so I can heal up a tiny bit before the TNT blows up. Like I said, I don't know if it actually provides any use, but I do it anyways. So I see the lava pool there, water, pigs, and then I know I'm gonna get a light from the ruined portal chest, so that's all good. I grab the nuggets and I do get a gapple and a golden chest plate as well. So then I do my basic desert temple overworld thing of blowing up 3 trees for the dirt and wood. So I'm just gonna fast forward a bit more here to where I start crafting. See a lot of junk to throw out right there. And I actually have all the iron I already need there because I make an iron pick, a diamond shovel, and then I have enough left over for an iron axe. So I didn't need the nuggets from the ruin portal anyway. So it's just like a micro thing. I didn't calculate how many resources I had on me, so I didn't have to spend time grabbing that. But anyways, I make the other things I need there. Organize a bit more, don't need the pressure plate. So then I decide to kill some pigs for better food. This guy right here almost lands in the water, but luckily I'm able to spam hit him a bit. Then right here, lava pool. Just make your standard lava pool portal right here. I do it the safe way by breaking that block in the back. I just don't want to risk it overflowing, because that's kind of embarrassing when that happens. So now I look around for any other food here. There's nothing really better close by. There was that one sheep, I think, but I decided not to go for it. So right here, Bastion. Just like my last PB run. And then I see right here that it's a Soul Sand Valley, so I know that's going to be annoying for later. Then I have 2 skeletons on my ass, so that's just pretty annoying. I decided to kill them both because they were going to be annoying if I tried to bridge. But you know, this is what my cooked pork chop is for, the better food. So we've got a nice treasure bastion right here. I lower my render down a tiny bit just because I already know where the fortress is. I don't need to loot the chest at the bottom because I already have gold armor. So then I craft those into ingots, then distract those guys as I mine the other block, and then do the most basic treasure route ever. Break those blocks, let these guys through, block that off, and then I just get to mining the gold blocks once I see that those guys fall in the hole. I saw that lava right there. I thought it was going to be a problem, but luckily it wasn't. And since I already know which direction the fortress is in, I don't need to go down and break the spawner. So that's nice. But I'm going to fast forward a bit more here because this is just the treasure route that everybody does. There's nothing special about it. Nothing crazy happens that you're going to miss. I do kill some stray piglins just so they won't be annoying when I'm trying to loot these chests. So then I get a bunch of obsidian and arrows from here. So I'm already on 13 obby. And then I look at my inventory right here and I see that I have a crap ton of stuff that I gotta sort through. Then I look for the correct direction, throw out everything I don't need, so all that random blackstone, the quartz, the leather, I don't need any of that. So then once I'm done clearing out this stuff right here, I decide to craft all that into wool and stuff. I have a good amount of wool here for beds, but I decided to just wait for them to finish up the trades anyways, just to try to maximize the amount of loot I have. So then yeah, I place that down so I can craft my beds early. This is really something I should be overlapping with the spawner with, but I decided to just do it there anyways. Drink a fire res and throw that pearl. Luckily it doesn't land in lava, so then I throw the pearl into there, but since my render is super low now, I do end up having a tiny bit of trouble with finding the spawner. just because I don't want to raise it, because then more wither skeletons are going to spawn, and they are a pain to deal with. But I decided to raise it just a little bit for a little bit more vision. And then you can see I'm still struggling to find the spawner, but then I see it in that direction right there, so I lower my render back down. I do take the time to kill all these wither skeletons because I don't want any of them to accidentally get a hit on me. So then this I do right here so they can't get through because wither skellies are 3 blocks tall. But then I just honestly wasted time doing that because there weren't any wither skellies on my ass. So then I just wasted time there. Then as I went into my inventory, I saw that guy's stone sword out, but by then it was too late, so I just had to tank the hit, honestly. I get a lot of blaze spawns at once here because it is a soul sand valley, but I just am stupid here a little bit and I take way too many hits. I only have 6 rotten flesh left at this point, no more pork chops. So then while I'm waiting for the next spawner cycle, I decide to just kill strays. Maybe I'll get lucky with those drops, maybe I won't. But it's worth it anyway, since I'm just doing nothing but waiting. I can't craft any anchors if I'm correct, and I don't want to use any of my beds to blaze bed here. So that's why I opt for just breaking the blocks around the spawner. Then I'm able to see that spawn in time, so I don't take any damage from that, but then I do take damage from that blaze. It's just kind of a messy run overall. I'm surprised this ended up PBing, even though it was only a PB by 1 second. So then at this point I know my fire res is getting low. I don't have to check it, I've just kind of been timing it in my head. So that's why I drink that fire res right there. Then right here, I'm already at 7 res. I can just leave and get out of there. I don't even need to build it in the floor. I don't know why I do it like this. But yeah, one thing I want to get better at is just making my portals faster. It's just, there's a bunch of micro stuff I want to improve on. So then we get a nice sunny overworld right here, not in an ocean, which is really good for something I'm going to do after I measure the eye. Also, I'll try to fix OBS so it can capture the projector. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'll try to figure it out. But you can see on my Ninbot, +2 angle right there, 100% accuracy. I don't need to grab that pearl, so I raise my render back up just to see if there's any animals I can have for food. And I see those pigs over there, and in my head as I'm running to them, I'm thinking, should I try to pearl hang? But I don't end up doing that because I think it's too risky and I don't want to accidentally fail the pearl hang and get teleported back right away. So once I see all these pigs here, at this point, I shouldn't have spent time on this last pig. 4 pork is honestly enough, but I decided to just roll with the 6 that I have now. And then I play it aggressive here. I throw a pearl so I can get closer to the portal, because I know I don't have much of the run left. I know that the stronghold blind isn't that far from where I am now. You can see on my Ninja Brain bot, 726 block distance in the overworld. So you can basically divide that by 8 for the nether. So it's just a lot closer. Then unfortunately, this is just a very bad pearl, kind of. I almost hit this little island here, so that would have been great if that landed there, but it didn't. So then I run the wrong way for a bit, trying to figure out which direction I need to go. Figure out that I need to go this way. I'm trying to get to -90, +160, so I'm on 160 right here. Then I see that piece of land right there. I'm like, oh my god, that was basically perfect. That was a really good pearl. And then I build up a little bit just so magma cubes can't get to me. And this is just me building the portal. So then as I'm going through, I lower my render back down to 8, fix the entity distance, and eat the pork chop. This right here, I see that. That right there is a spike of a lifetime. It is the perfect spike that every speedrunner wants to see. Literally the golden spike. So I run in that direction, get my eyes ready, get better blocks in my inventory, in my hotbar, and then right there, portal room, boom. I already have everything crafted, so I can just go in. And then the end spawn has this weird overhang right here, so I just build up. Then I still have to fix my hotbar at this point, which is kind of annoying. But one thing I've been practicing a bit is when I'm purling, just getting my blocks ready for in my hotbar for the end. But I didn't need to do that for this run since I'm not using anchors. I didn't get enough resources from the piglins for that. But this unenchanted crossbow, no quick charge on it, was a little annoying just because I'm not really used to that timing. It's just really slow. But I think in this whole segment of half bow of shooting down the crystals, I only miss one shot, and it's that shot right there. Yeah. And just like that, I pearl out, and now I'm just waiting for a perch. But I see that guy is somehow angry at me, so luckily I'm able to get a boat down and get him in it. And I have 3 pork chop left, so I'm still good on food if something crazy happens, and plus I still have that gap from the beginning, so I decided to just chug that with a fire res. And then I get that fun achievement right there, you need a mint. And then I get fireballs again, and then I'm just waiting for the dragon to perch. Nothing I can do at this point. I look at the stopwatch right now, I see that I just hit 14 minutes. So I get a bit nervous there, and then I'm just like messing around with the blocks in my inventory a lot. I use soul sand for that, but then it's less than a block tall, so I don't know if that'll be able to protect me from the dragon's breath. But yeah, I see the dragon is going for another run around right there. Bang, there's a snap. I do the double pearl there just because my first one wasn't great at all. And then I'm on the wrong side, so I do that to keep the dragon in the air a little bit more, but this is just a messy one cycle. But I can turn the sound back on now. I built in. I don't know, it's not gonna. Oh my god, that's a PB. Oh my god, by 1 second. Yeah, 1454, 124. PB by 1 second. Thank you all for watching. Have a great time zone, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye!